I see that we're on.
Good morning. This is Radio Douglas.
Good morning. Your announcers for today are Dr. Whitbeck, Mrs. Lorenica, and the Science Schmitz. Hello, Science Schmitz.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May the 6th. The official Douglas time is exactly 8:30.
It is National Asparagus Month.
Ugh.
And in honor of Asparagus Month, I made asparagus on the grill last night. It was delicious.
Wow,
and I learned that you get these long asparagus stalks, and I never knew that before you cooked it, you were supposed to snap it and take the bottom off. So I cooked the entire asparagus.
Looks like the Schmitz knew. They're nodding their heads.
Yeah, so.
I don't like
asparagus here in this house. We cook it a lot.
Ugh. I don't like it.
One of the green vegetables that they'll all eat.
Today's episode is brought to you by asparagus. Snap
I'm leaving. I'll be back tomorrow then.
Or you eat it and you will enjoy it so much better.
It's like broccoli. We're not meant to eat
trees. In your upper gum and look like a walrus. Asparagus. Yummy. We wish a hearty happy birthday to nobody once again. What's up with these Douglas families?
I don't know.
But if you had a birthday today, you would share it with Sigmund Freud,
Ooh.
Rudolph Valentino, the famous actor, Orson Welles, Willie Mays, say hey, and George Clooney, that famous landowner at Lake Como in Italy.
May 6th is a busy day for celebrities and people we've never heard of before.
Oh, yes. And
nice.
Say to everyone who we have never heard of before, we like celebrating you.
If it's your birthday today and you're watching Radio Douglas, we don't know you, happy birthday.
And now it's time for our Creative Kids segment, starting with... Elizabeth Schmidt and her science segment. Look at that huge picture of Elizabeth. Do we say anything to begin with, or do we go right in?
Just that they go through with what? Without leaking.
Yeah, the pencil. I'm stabbing pencils through a bag and they don't leak.
I don't believe you. I need to see the video. Roll the tape.
Well, that's because there's nothing in the bag.
No, there's water.
Let's see what happens. Nope. I'd always do that. Don't know.
YouTube glitch.
This experiment, I'm going to be putting pencils through a Ziploc bag of water. They are incredibly sharp.
What happens if you take them out?
No waterfall.
I don't know if our viewers could see you, Elizabeth, when you did that.
You have a shower.
Voila.
That laugh says it all.
All right. So, maniacally laughing Elizabeth, our scientist, what is going on?
So the Ziploc bags have molecules in them that the polymer molecule in them, they're really long and they tighten themselves around the pencil, preventing leaks.
Wow. That is exciting. Not one little droplet came out. Can you verify that?
You have to say something. We can't see you nodding.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can verify. I was holding the bag and there was no water.
That is amazing. Who knew?
And did it last like that for a long time?
Yeah. And then until she pulled them out and then it was just like waterfall.
Like a shower.
One more question. Was that the first time you did it or did it take a couple tries? Like how hard is this to achieve?
First time.
And it doesn't matter how much water's in that bag?
Nope.
Cool.
Does it work with other bags or does it have to be Ziploc?
Oh.
They have to be Ziploc plastic bags.
Could it be a Glad bag or it has to be Ziploc? Just
I
has
don't
to
know.
have the Ziploc at the top.
It has to have a lock at the top.
Gotcha.
Because the Ziploc are made, when we looked it up, they say Ziploc is made with the polymer plastic. So and the polymer is what keeps it from, because the polymer envelopes itself around the pencil when the pencil goes in. So it squeezes it and it doesn't allow anything to go through.
Cool.
Today's episode brought to you by Ziploc.
And asparagus, but your asparagus
The
inside
fact that
Ziploc.
you
We
can
keep our asparagus in Ziploc bags.
yeah, you can. It's good for asparagus
As
and for sticking pencils through. Excellent. All right. Well, I can't wait to see what happens next week. What you bring us? What magical science you bring us next week? Because science is magic explained, right?
Thank you for consistently providing us with something entertaining and cool.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what else is happening. Noah and his brother explored the process of sublimation. Have you sublimated recently? Anyone?
Not today.
No, it's where
Dry ice.
a solid turns directly into a gas without going into the fluid state. So
Cool.
this is dry ice, and they put some dish soap in there to capture the carbon dioxide gas that was being produced. Would you like to see a video of it?
Yeah. Yes, please.
As they get to the ground, they're just gonna go pop, 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 pop.
So ice is turning right into vapor.
Yeah,
That's what we're seeing. That's pretty fascinating.
yeah. And the soap is just collecting the bubbles, the gas bubbles. The carbon dioxide gas is going into a soap bubble instead of just becoming vapor.
For you. Wow.
Wild.
Isn't that
Wild
cool?
Wednesday science.
That is very cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. There you go. More science than you bargained for on Wednesday morning.
She blinded me with science.
And remember, the Schmitz, you guys sent us a picture of the ducks. And I offhandedly said that, during nesting season, all bets are off. Every place is fair game. And Jacob Pareto sent us this picture of baby birds in a nest in his yard. Maybe. I
Oh,
don't know, but
sweet.
I didn't get an explanation. But here is.
Worms.
What's that?
She's looking for their worms. She's got her mouth wide open.
Right?
What a fun thing to get to watch in your own backyard. Little baby birds. That's a fascinating. Thank you for sharing that with us, Jacob.
Yeah.
I want updates too. Can we see them every couple weeks?
Yeah, that'd be great. Keep sending us pictures of the things you find in nature as well. Anybody sublimating dry ice or baby birds or even the worms. My driveway was full of worms the other day when it rained. And it
So was
warm.
my whole road. It was weird.
Yeah. Speaking of birds, Julia made a bird house.
Cool.
There it is. This was during the Steam Recycled Material Challenge. And so, birds need shelter, right, when it rains. And so she made one where they can hide from storms and animals that might eat them. There's also food in the cans to help them find food easier, especially in a storm. So I wonder if any birds came into her birdhouse.
That's a really cool design.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, just climb right in a can and hang out when it's raining.
Yeah. That's what I like to do.
Yep.
And then Kellen, these could go together. Julia's birdhouse and Kellen used an old cardboard box and decorated it with big scary cats to scare away the squirrels who keep trying to steal nuts and seeds from the bird feeder. So they're like scarecrows.
Nice. Scare cats.
Scare
I like them.
Right?
That's a really creative solution to that problem. I would love to like get a camera out there and see how they work.
Maybe we could get together with the family who had the stop motion camera.
That got the fox or the coyote.
Get everybody together at a safe physical distance.
Yes.
With the birdhouse and the scare cats and it's a whole community.
6 feet apart. Wash your hands. Washy washy. Miss Oster likes it when I do this on the show.
All right. All right. Today in history, yesterday I said was a quiet day in history.
Whoa.
Look at all these things that happened on May 6th in history. Let's go through them. In 1626, Peter Minuit purchased Manhattan Island from Native Americans for 60 guilders worth of goods, like blankets and beads and things like that.
That was the most ridiculous real estate deal ever to have happened in the world.
Best investment ever, right?
All of Manhattan for 60 guilders worth of goods.
Yeah. You can barely buy anything for a guilder today.
I know. It's devalued.
First postage stamp, penny black, is used in Great Britain today in history in 1840. The World's Fair in 1889, the Eiffel Tower opened at the World's Fair, May 6th.
Ooh.
The Hindenburg exploded in 1937 in Lakehurst, New Jersey. In 1941, Joseph Stalin became the premier of the Soviet Union. And in 1954, Roger Bannister became the first person to run a 4-minute mile.
Woo.
Yeah, or a sub 4-minute mile.
What's the record now? Do we know?
I don't know.
If it's anybody could beat, that's really fast. I mean,
These days in history just give us more to think about.
yep. Sparks the wonder.
Yeah, don't say sparks around the Hindenburg.
True. That was a faux pas for sure.
Would you like to hear a teacher joke?
Yes.
All right. And all you teachers out there, send us in your jokes because they're not coming fast and furious. So everybody needs to savor these jokes.
If
Here
you
we
don't
go.
want any more of our jokes.
No. Whoops.
Why did the kid bring a letter to school?
I don't know why.
Because she wanted to go to high school.
Love it.
Elizabeth, did you like that joke?
Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Casey. Melissa's good too, but we love Casey.
It's good to have a sidekick when you're delivering a joke. You know, it's like Abbott and Costello.
They help with the punchline.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Yeah.
adorable.
All right. So looking forward to finding out what we have for a joke tomorrow.
Thanks for sending that in, Callaghan's.
And now trivia.
So, this famous American woman born in 1820 who really fought hard for getting the women the right to vote was Susan B. Anthony, and her face is on the dollar coin. Thank you, Susan B. Anthony.
Are those the old dollar coins? Or are there special ones now with Sacagawea?
I don't know. I got these from Google Images.
Huh.
Because I thought they were gold. I thought they were gold.
I think the gold ones have Sacagawea.
They do, or they have a president like Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, there definitely is a disparity in the notes in the United States between men and women. I recently watched a documentary on that with my son. And so they're trying to develop more females to put on the notes and on the coins. So
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe,
she's honored on one of them, which is awesome.
all right. Maybe it will be Elizabeth Schmidt someday for her
Oh, famous scientist.
for her performances on Radio Douglas.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can get her a lapel pin if she can't get on a note for that. All right. What is the longest river in the world?
Is that it? Right
That's
there?
it.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I thought a visual might be helpful.
All
Yeah.
the sixth graders better get this right.
That's right. You better know. And, yeah, bonus if you can tell us the continent it's on and the country it's in.
It's in more than one country.
One of the countries that it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where the delta is. There's a hint.
Yeah, and if you thought you weren't going to be using your sixth grade knowledge, you'd be in denial, wouldn't you?
Oh, well played.
All right, so now for something entirely thought-provoking. Today is science, right? It's Science Wednesday, so here's a science quote. The good thing about science is that it's true, whether or not you believe in it. That's by Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is great for science quotes. And with that, I want to thank the Schmidt family science singers for joining us today. And thank Mrs. Lareniga for being a fantastic co-host. Have a whippoorwillish whippersnapper Wednesday.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good one.